Good.
Hello everybody and welcome to Facebook Live. We are fashionably late today because we've been gossiping far too much and didn't realise the time. Apologies for that, but we have two brand new collections to show you and I am super duper excited because they are my own collections. They are from Textures. These are my third and fourth collections. So I have brought in the lovely Lou. She's just waiting in the wings. So she is going to showcase for you the Steampunk collection. I'm going to showcase the Floral Script collection, which is really fun. And we have some additional extras as well. Watercolor inks, we're giddy about these as well. So there are offers, there are deals, and of course there is the competition. So there is a chance for 3 of you to win a selection of these products. All you have to do is be commenting below this video. So we are going to take your comments from either Craft World, from Facebook or from YouTube, wherever you are watching. Please say hello, please let me know what you love. Say hello and welcome Lou back because I think this is the 3rd time you've been with us.
Yeah, love it.
So yeah, she loves it. She's so inspirational as well, so I can't wait to see what she does with the Steampunk collection. So please make sure you are tagging, you are sharing with your friends, you are mentioning them in the comments. We're using that @ sign so they all know to come over and watch us live. If you do miss out live, you can always catch up on YouTube as well. So what I'll do is very quickly run over the offers. We only have a couple today to remember, which is brilliant because we can concentrate on the crafting. So we have 2 collections. You can buy these as entire collections or you can buy the items individually. If your budget can stretch to the collections, which is actually a phenomenal price when you bundle everything together, which is one of the first things Lou said to me when she got here today, if you're buying either the Floral Script or the Steampunk collection, all the items, you are going to get a free bottle of the watercolor inks. There are 2 to choose from, okay? These are worth $19.99, so you'll get a free bottle of those. That's with either of the collections. But if your budget isn't stretching to everything today, that's absolutely fine because if you are spending over £20, you are going to get some free ink blending mats. Now, you know with the Textures, we love the ink, we love the blending, we love all of the mixed media styles as well. These are the blending mats for you. We're going to be using them. They will come packaged, of course, but they are reusable, they are washable, they're going to protect your surfaces and make, of course, ink and paint and texture paste all super easy.
Love them, I love them.
So they are if you're spending over £20. Shall we get in really, really quickly and come down to the desk so we can look through this first collection? So I'm going to show you through Floral Script, then Lou will run through Steampunk. We're going to do a lot of chopping and changing today, but yeah, it'll be really good fun. After I've shown you this, I will jump on the comments and have a look through for you. So please leave me any questions and say hello to Lou there, and I'll read it out in a little while. So, Floral Script now, it's not really a secret. I designed these florals in the beginning a while ago because I've actually got these as a tattoo somewhere. I won't be showing it today, you've probably all seen it anyway, it's not that secret, but so this is really unique to me. You will not find these designs anywhere else except drawn on me. But they are perfect because I've split the florals up. Can you see how much I've used them? They're a bit dirty, aren't they? I should have got clean ones for you today.
I think that's good. It shows how much you love it.
I do love these. So you've got large floral clusters, you've got smaller ones, you've got foliage, individual leaves as well. You can build up wreaths, you can build up borders, you can build up corners as well with these. So these are the main element of the Floral Script collection. So bear these in mind as we go through everything else. So we've got those. To tie in with that Floral Script feel, again, very much used, but I have the sentiment stamps. So these are the formal occasion sentiment stamps. These are going to be perfect if you've not long got into crafting. Maybe you need some large sentiments. You've got all your basic occasions here. So we've got sympathy, wedding, anniversary, invitation, retirement, get well soon, just to say, engagement, and then on your and day. So you can really mix and match these. They are all, I have to say, all of my stamps across the entire Textures range are all photopolymer. So they're made in the UK, the best possible quality for a clear stamp. And we'll chat later about the advantages of photopolymer, won't we? Now I've got another stamp set for you. Maybe you love this style. So this is the fun occasion stamp set. So you've got a few similar words, nothing exactly, but these are going to work really well with the script or completely separately. If I just show you this card, for example, you can see how the script and the Dymo labels.
I want to put them together and they are brilliant together. Look at that.
I really like these stamped in colour rather than just black.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah,
quite harsh.
now I've seen that.
In fact, I'm demoing this. So,
That's really, I love that, but I love that. Now seeing that, I'd buy it. That'd make me buy it because I like it.
You can have it. I'll give you.
Oh, thank you.
So we've got here lots of different words that you can mix and match. So you've got words like it's, a, well, new, you, are, the. You know, so you can really work them with things like thanks, happy, home, birthday, party, boy and girl, cheers, surprise. You know, you'll make up your own phrases and sentiments. Now I'm going to try and quickly rush through these. I want to tell you so much about each one. We have got the floral script outline dies. Now going back to this stamp set that we saw at the very beginning, those dies, although they look smaller on the packaging, they are going to perfectly outline each of these elements and then cut them out for you, so you don't have to worry about fussy cutting if you don't want to. So 10 dies, 10 stamps. You've got a die for every stamp there.
Do you die cut or stamp first?
I usually stamp first and then die cut, but it does depend. Yeah, there's different ways of doing it. Everyone's different.
That's what I mean, because I do it one way for some things and different way for the others, so it'll be interesting to watch you do that.
Yeah. So we've also got the floral script embossing folder. I adore this. Now obviously you can see the pattern in the black, but let me see if I've got
stunning now.
I
like the sizes of these. They're not little twiddly text sizes. They're like proper sort of 20,
bold,
48 or something like that.
Absolutely, they are good size. There's no point having something so small that you can't see it. Now I don't know if I can catch the light. Can you just see the embossing in the background of this cardstock? You can pick that out with gilding waxes and things like that. But if I just draw your attention to the background paper here with a script on, the embossing folder matches one of the pattern papers. Okay, so we'll have a look at that in a moment.
Clever.
So another thing to remember in a moment. Now we have got banners and we have got word dies as well.
Great for journaling.
Yes.
Perfect for journaling. Perfect for bullet journaling, diaries.
Yeah, love
everything.
All of these. So if you're not great at drawing your banners, maybe you want to have little elements that lift off the page. These are large banners. Yeah, everything's in the packets, but look at the size of these banners. They're huge. There's 4 different designs, and then you've got your 8 word dies as well. You've got forever, treasure, best wishes, love, you, my heart, and you can mix and match those as well. And of course, I've taken some of these, as we saw on this card at the top here, birthday love. So I've used the love from here. Okay, so let's move on now. The script. The script. The scroll. I love this because let's not look at the packaging. Let's look inside. Look at the size.
Do you know that's so good for anything?
Yeah, I've made.
Anything.
Let's see.
You know, wedding invitations, graduations.
Exactly. This is very much quite a formal collection.
Oh, you've got to get it just for that.
Just for that card. So yeah, I mean, making yourself, it's around about almost A5 in size. That's the outline die for the scroll there. I've got one of the banners and I've got, of course, stamped elements over the top.
Beautiful.
Inside this, also, you have the pattern die. Now, this is a repeating pattern that will fit nicely inside of there to add a bit of texture, but I also really like, let's just show you this. I'll show that way, shall I? Not to give too much away for the moment. So as you can see, I've cut this and repeated the die a couple of times to create a really large panel. That's included with this scroll die.
They're massive.
Seriously,
it's really big. I love it. The packaging is different.
Yeah.
You see, it's smaller, isn't it?
Absolutely. So then we've got part of the floral script. We've got the build a frame set. So you can be building yourself either modern, contemporary, traditional frames, whatever you like. My favourite is this one. Perfect. It's actually a septagon, I think. It's got 7 sides with this. And it's not cutting out the centrepiece. It's actually cutting a beautiful fine frame around the edge. Then you've got the centre to do what you like with as well. And then we've also got this beautiful lattice frame too. And included in this set, I should have these on magnetic sheets really. We've got a border die there. Just hopefully you can see that.
Metallic, a mirror card or something.
Yes.
Look like proper metal, wouldn't
it? Yeah. And this will remain within your cardstock, so you can trim it to whatever length you want to afterwards.
Do the edge of your card with that.
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, lovely. And then we've got corners as well, and the word thank and for and use. So of course, there's 2 ways of using those. Let me just pop those away. I just want to show you the size of that gold frame. I showed you this card a little while ago, but can you see that gold frame around the edge? That's what we are looking at. Okay, now we've also got these dies. These will coordinate with the stamps and the dies and all of the other florals. These are embossing dies. So they have got embossing detail embedded into the die. So maybe stamping's not your thing. You can still die cut the flowers. You could ink these before you die cut them maybe, or you can use a rubber mat and still get an impression of the detail into the die. So it might be that that's the only item you go for to get that floral look. It's entirely up to you. We know everyone's different, everyone crafts differently.
I love this one. Do you know this one?
Yeah, I love this one as well. So a different type of floral for you. I'll show you a card. Can you see that in the background? Hang on, I have to get it at the right angle because it's white.
That is. Do you know, and I could just see drops of water and then your ink's on top just flowering out. Oh, it'd be beautiful.
We haven't mentioned the inks yet.
Oh no, sorry.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's not a secret.
Right,
we will get to the inks. I'm so excited about those. They're the freebie you get when you're buying either of the full collections. You get a bottle of 5 inks, but we'll cover those in a little while. So that's another embossing folder with this collection. And lastly, for this collection, we've also got the paper pad. Now, you know my paper pads by now. We've got A5. They're all individual sheets. They're not on a gummed pad. They're single-sided. They're really good quality. They're all 100. Well, these are 190, and the Steampunk are 180. The reason being because within this set, so let me go through some of the papers. So you can see we've got the beautiful, the lilac and the eucalyptus colours there. That's a Steampunk one. Lou, you can have that for your collection. It shouldn't be in there. These are my. This is my used pack here. That's the one that coordinates with the embossing folder.
Clever.
Yeah, so you can emboss that detail, that text out. But as you can see, we have got 2 different versions of those floral stamps coloured in so you can die cut round them. So when you want to make cards like
that's beautiful. That
bring this back in.
That's stunning.
Die cut those out without the need for fussy cutting, but not colouring either. If you don't want to colour, you've got the printed sheets, okay? What else do we have here? So we've got the pink and the purple. This is, like I say, this is my used packet. Oh yeah,
look at that.
That one's gorgeous.
Ooh.
So you have got 24 sheets in total here, 6 different designs. You can see everything in detail on the website, of course, craftstash.co.uk. That is the floral script collection. I think I've shown you each of the cards as we've gone through. We are, of course, going to be demonstrating these very shortly. Oh, a little hint at the inks there, but using the floral script as well. But I want Lou to come in and show you what she's been playing with, and that's my new Steampunk collection. So come on in, Lou.
It's me.
And I'll actually get to read some comments now.
Well, I am over the moon with this because when I got this, I thought, right, okay, first of all, the first thing that it met size, it's superb, it's not piddly. These are fantastic. So I looked at the pages and I thought, right, weight, it's really good weight, and it's strong enough without it sort of cracking or anything like that. But there's not a duff one here, and I mean that sincerely. So normally we get a set, and there's 1 or 2 that you not too sure. This I would really, everyone I would use. So look at this, metal. You've got all the colours that you can connect with that. You can go grungy, you can go even quite shabby chic. Look at that. It's almost like a film. It's a film set, it's brilliant. This you could use within the background, you could use that with an old photo, it could go in journaling, could do everything. And again, this struck me straight away because I've done many a page similar to this, but it's hard to get those creases out, so this is perfect, it's all done for you. Can I just say something that probably it's silly, but the back is so good, so if you've got a little bit left, keep this, it's so good to stamp on.
Ah, yeah, so I didn't think about that.
It's so, and the weight's the correct weight, so it's the same.
It's
and
super smooth.
Yeah, and there's a little bit, so anyway, the papers, here's one. Look at these. So anything, you know, anything mechanical or anything like any style, hobbies, you can do anything. So that was that. Then I saw these. Right, this is the typewriter. Now, it's got great little sayings, just to say, have a wonderful day, this is our story, happy birthday, you are just my type, and congratulations. Now, I heard one of my, here's some more, sorry, a special message and thank you. One of my friends did something and they actually cut these, not these, but similar ones up, so they actually made their own sentences. It's a really good idea if you don't mind doing that. But just to say that this font is amazing to do that. So it's got the typewriter, it's got the The actual piece.
This is my used one.
It's beautiful. I'm going to turn it over. Actually, I prefer to see used ones because you can see them inked up. It's got this wonderful detail which coordinates with this, which is what I've die cut it out of. It's got this piece that you can sort of promote your note on. So it's got all these elements. It's got these are really good because in the die cut, the little keys pop out. It's superb. Keep your keys, great. I was like messing about making all sorts of patterns with them. Anyway, so to go with that, you've got this. Oh, right. Now, again, it's not piddly. Look at it. So,
good sizes.
It's a brilliant size, it completely fits that, and I'll show you one of my die cuts that I've done. Notice you've got a bit of ink in this, I can see you've been doing a bit.
I may have been inking, yes, because there's a lot of embossing detail in that die, so I had to try it out with some ink in.
I think that's a really good point because I saw you do one once, and do you know what? It was one of them goose pimp. That sounds so cheesy. It was a goose pimply moment because why didn't I think of that? Oh, I've never seen it, and it's not often you can say that nowadays because all the techniques.
Everyone's done everything.
Yeah. So look, you've got a separate one. So this separate piece is actually in the top with the stamp just there. So you can see that what you can do is make your own element, your own words, put your own writing on. Great for journaling. I'd have this permanently on my worktop. So, and it's got the words there that you can add. I've cut these out in different colours and I've cut them out of the same paper. So I've got some sort of correlation between the two that I'm using. But I couldn't choose, so I just did them all. I think that's a really good point. It's really funny when we was talking. I'm not putting them in there. I'll put them back later. I'm faffing. So the next thing is I adored these. These were the first things I cut out.
Me too.
Absolutely, the weight in them, they're serious. And you know what? They were really easy to get out. I'm not going to click this, but I just tapped them once and they all came out. This one, you get two. Let me explain. You get two. Right, the first thing you can do if you want is cut into a page without cutting the whole thing out. This will create like along the side of the
Probably
middle.
Got a card there actually.
Yes.
Showing
Yeah.
There's one behind you if not.
Yeah, right. You've got this one, and there's that one, and you can just see you can cut that out with the frame that goes round it, so that makes a really good point. But you can cut into the page as well. This sort of shows you the idea with the other one. So you can cut into the page and you can see there's another layer behind it. It's just the ideas. Look at that. Look how beautiful that card is.
Thank you.
And without being rude, it's simple. But because the designs have been so well designed, you've done all hard work. That's, you have. This is superb because, again, it cuts out elements. And some of these elements are great for sea. I was thinking about the sea, like coral and stuff.
Oh, right. Okay,
So
yeah.
in my journaling pages, I've got like little bits that I could stick them on.
I
and
never
put
would have
colour.
thought of that.
And it was only because it dropped on the floor, because I flipped it out like that, it dropped on the floor and I went down and I thought, oh, that looks like coral. So what I've done, just to go back, is I've got the outside and then you've got these wonderful keys inside. So just to show you there, you've got the keys that sit in. Well, I like to call them keys because that's what my first idea was, yes. Keys. And then you've got the frame. Now, don't forget this frame is handy for just on its own, just for cutting a frame out. So if you want layers, it's a perfect size.
Slimline card.
If you look, without thinking, perfect for that. You've got all sorts of elements you could use it for. I've got beautiful cards here. I'm showing you in a minute. I'm not showing you now because I'll be faffing.
We've actually got every letter of the alphabet in those keys. So if you wanted to snip them out individually as well, you can make your own words with them.
Now, this is where Lou and I differ, but we agree. And is this yours or mine? It's mine, this one, isn't it? No, it's yours.
No, that's mine.
That's yours.
There's some bits in there.
Right. I love the fact that it's all one because I always lose letters, always. And I like the fact I can put that on my die cutting mat and it goes straight in. If I only want one, I put it in one. But Lou likes to use them single. And it was really funny to listen how people are, but to me, you've got the best of both worlds because there's enough of a gap that you can just put one piece of card on. But if you're like me and you put them on a mat, you'll never lose one, not unless you cut it off. But that'd be a bit ridiculous. So, can I just say, size is important. These are a really, really perfect size.
They're 1 inch.
I can't stand piddly ones. They do me head in because I can't pick them up. So that's that one. Right, again. Die cut.
That's your basic die cut for the outline of the stamp.
So if we look, and I'll put it on white so you can see, that would make more sense with us. So this fits perfectly for that. So no, you don't have to do fussy cutting. If you want, some people do. Some people like to do fussy cutting. I personally, I get to about a second of it, 2 seconds in fussy, and that's it, I give up.
That die also fits the next product that you're going to
Yes.
look at as well.
Now, this is genius, right? Because when I saw these, I sat there for ages looking at them, because what you've got is two sets. So you've got a cog or like a draftsman background with, it's like an old-fashioned drawing or draftsman's drawing. This is with word and text, and then we've got more of a vintage feel, so you can tell this is more mechanical, this is more vintage. And I love the fact that you can put them together if you want, you can just flip them over if you want, you can do all sorts. So I've been messing with these and just done a whole page with these in the background.
I can't wait to see what you demonstrate. I'm so excited.
And well, I brought 2 things today because I thought I'm going to do quick. I'm going to do a journal page, but then I'm going to do a piece of artwork that you just put in your wall, on your wall. So easy. This is genius. This is genius. I love this because this to me is perfect for everything. It's perfect for flower. I know you think flowers. Why would you? But to me, this is because I do a lot of doodling, as you know. These here make a great frame for hanging down, like, I don't know if tights or mites, but anyway, them things that hang down. Stalactites or stalagmites, I don't know.
I don't know. One's up, one's down.
Yeah, tights come down and mites go up. Oh no, that's wrong. Anyway, let's get back to this. But again, this echoes this idea of a fuller stamp area with the line being left out. And again, I love that idea. Yeah, negative. So you've got that. Look at that. Look at the size of him though.
Yeah, they're A5, but you can of course create A6 cards with them if you use half, or A5 if you use a whole, or a circle card, or...
Of course, and I like the idea of being able to make a gatefold so simply with them. And and this one is the clock one. Now it's a brilliant size. These are not actual size, but that's what you get in the pack now. These are so useful because these you could use all the time with everything, but you could actually make your own clock with this. If you get a little clock fitting, put it in the back, you could layer it up, do all the colours. You make a brilliant present for someone. Great size. This I would use on its own. I don't need really to explain to people, but sometimes you might not think of that. You might think of just seeing it as one way. So when we start working with them, it's like, oh yeah. Now, I stood here and I went, this is true, and I went, I like this lettering. And then I stood there and I went, oh, it's not flowers, it's cogs. So trust me, you don't realise how much detailing, but again, it's the negative. And all these have got not the same cog. They're not all like, oh, one little bit and shoved on. She's really thought about this. Every one of them is different. I love that. It's really attention to detail, size again, and it's photopolymer. So you know it's good quality, and you know Lou does that. So I'm just quickly going to show you these cards because I want to show what Lou does with her stuff. Now again, simple card we say, because the elements are there, all been done. Now 2 layers. Even the inside's nice. My inside's so bad I won't tell you, I won't show them you. There's a slight embossing edge around that as well, which is when you die cut it, you get to see the detail. You don't always see it. Clever choice of colour, this.
I've got a typewriter that colour.
Very
and
clever.
With the red, I love the red on the
exactly. You've got that.
Done it there
beautiful. As well. There's a way for it. But look again, die cut out. This is what we were saying about cutting the panel. Look how clever that is. How much I've got acetate at home, forgot about using it. This is what it's about. Bring all those things in that we've got when you're buying this.
So that just shows that those large A5 tall panels can be used on small cards, and they hold themselves, they don't fall apart.
See, that's another good point, because sometimes these connectors are so fine that they end up flopping all over. So you've just got that right, haven't you? I think so. I love the colours. You see the papers in background? It all ties, doesn't it? Now that, I've got to show you really, I know, but that suits anybody. It could be anybody, male, female, anybody. Doesn't matter. Child, it doesn't. This one, look, this is so clever with the white because you get that vintage feel. And there again, it's been stamped on this side. We used distress.
Yes,
Yeah.
so distress inks in water first, so to let it
Perfect.
bleed out without, and then black VersaFine over the top to get the detail.
Right, so what you're doing is you're basically double stamping, aren't
Yes.
you? I love that idea of it
Wait for
being
it to
really
dry
light.
in between each layer.
But I don't want you to miss this, because these are the banner. Look at those. These are beautiful, and it's in parchment. So you've got all those elements. Again, you could even just put a piece of parchment in there with a little note in. It could be, if you make a slit there, you could put a gift card in that and all these ideas.
Yeah.
This one, beautiful. I'll hurry up. See the panel? Look at the panel. That's not like a little cheesy panel. That's a real...
Little cheesy panel.
Yeah, because you get some and they look rubbish, but this, look at detail. I can see your drawing in this, and that's important.
A lot of detail in there.
When I see the lines, you know somebody's drawn this, hand drawn it, whether it's on the computer or not, but you can see the time they've put in, and I love that. So that's one side. You could do both if you wanted, but then it's brought together with this, and I love this layer. Just twist around the layer, you've got another layer. This one, happy birthday son, see? Look at this. This is nice inside. Mine aren't like that. I'm not showing you inside of any of mine. And again, I love the way Lou's just sort of tacked it down there, as you can see at the edges here. It sounds like I'm talking to myself, I'm sorry. You know, Lou. Yeah. But I love this, and it's just rounded there. And I'm looking, it's only the paper itself holding it.
Yeah, just glued at the edges and brought in by a millimetre or so each way. It gives it that domed effect.
But if I just show you that, no, I thought there'd be like padding under it. There's no padding. No. So really, that shows you the strength of the paper as well. So again, the double layers, nothing else but the paper, and yet it looks like you spent hours. And then again, oh, look at this. This is the scroll.
That's in the wrong pile. Sorry.
But I'm showing it you. But look at the script there. Now, if I got the typewriter and I could put that on the script, that'd look perfect.
Yes.
Because it looks like a scroll.
Absolutely.
So even though, and I love the writing for the background, these work really well together. So, don't think it's either or. If you could, I would get two. I think it's... Now, look at that. On that paper. Look at that. Right. It's got all the cogs we saw before. I'm going to shut up in a minute. All the cogs. Now, when you look at it like that, I think as good as these representations are, you can never see what they really look like till you do that.
This is why I wanted photopolymer, because you get the detail. You can
really tell, can't you? You can really tell. And this has got the clock, and it's got the paper here with the message on, and again in mirror. You could make a clock like that. And this is so cool. This could be for anything, any occasion, or just to say, time will be when I get to see you. Something nice, because we all need a bit of sort of TLC at the moment with all going on. So this would be like time for tea, time for this, time for that. I think that's a beautiful idea.
Things like retirement as well, you can do with the clock, can't you?
I think once you start and you've got a good set like this, it'll do everything. And I really like these. I really like these because, let me get them. I really like these. These have been so useful for me because not only are they that I've stamped with some of these.
Have you done the kiss stamping and things like that, and reflection stamp?
I've just put a stamp on them because they're that big. I've been able to do my own page, and you can use rollers with them.
Yes.
So if you wanted to arrange a page, you could do all your stamps as you want them, and then just go straight down, and you've got your whole page done.
Clever.
And that's a great size because it's square, because I love square. So you could do the same with this stamp as well. Stamp on stack, kiss stamp it, and you've got the alternative. So that and these little bottles, they're really easy to use. I like them.
I'm actually going to use those.
Because mine's massive and it's a bit big. But these, you could even make you could do what? Right, you're not seeing them, but when you get your rings, you could do washes with them. Yeah. With these.
Yeah.
Right, I'm shutting up now.
Look, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, and I didn't see that. Right, so my real and honest opinion is I absolutely adore this. The first thing that comes to my mind is the size and the quality. And I've said this to others that the quality is excellent, but I just love the size and there's no attention to detail being lost. So I'm very honoured. Very honoured. Look at that. I spend ages trying to print that out, and you've got it here. Sorry, I'm flicking around here like no one's been. Look at that.
She's excited.
No,
I'm glad.
I can't help it.
I love it.
If it's duff, I'm duff.
You're not.
But do you know what I mean? If it's not good, you can't get excited about it. So
Absolutely.
can we see what you're going to do?
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to give you the comments. So Lou is in charge of the comments today now. So I'll let you read through and see what people are doing. Okay, so now I'm bringing in, where did I put all of my collection, all of the floral strip collection? I've done it already. Yeah. Oh, they're right in front of me. Right in front of me. It's you flying about. It's making me go, oh.
I tell you what, I am a bit manic today.
Yeah,
I had my injection yesterday, so it's a bit weird, but I'm alright.
Brilliant.
And please ignore that, because I shouldn't talk about that. But anyway.
Let's get us all back to normal. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to cut this script for you from watercolor paper. You see, again, even with this, you can see where I've been putting stamps into my dies.
Yeah, I don't do that, and that's the thing that really shocked me when you did it, because it's just like you look for these good ideas, these new ones.
Yeah, I mean, dies are a smooth sheet of metal, so absolutely, if you want to be stamping into the die or adding ink to the die and then die cutting, try it. You never know. What's the worst that can happen? You might lose a piece of paper. That's all. So you can see there then the size of that scroll. It's beautiful. That is going to make you an A5 card if you want to do a shaped card, or like we saw with this one, you can put it onto the front of a card. Now we can fit that inside of this embossing folder. I'm going to be putting things away as I'm working, because otherwise I'll lose things, as we've got two collections going on here today. So
would you die cut first and then, because if you did it the other way, you just... But you could flatten that, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could ink it and then flatten it.
Oh.
Because that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, it fits right in. Look at that.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of the border shown, but not much at all. Tiny, tiny little bit of the top and bottom.
You could put something in there as well. You could put a strip down there.
Yeah.
Just do it middle bit.
Exactly.
Oh.
So let's run this through. I'm just going to take out, oops, this one, I believe it is. I think it's that plate, because they're nice. Yes, big one. So take that plate out. We can now run our embossing folder through. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. A little bit of pressure means that you're getting just the right emboss. If it's too hard to go through with your machine, then you may need to remove another plate or change your plates around a little bit. So
Carla and Lynn have just said that they love the idea of and Carla's just come up with the idea of a great announcement, baby announcement as well.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
Announcement. I've not thought of that. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the best position for you to see the deep emboss. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Just turn it over. Let's see it back. Look at that.
And the back, yeah. I'm hoping you can pick that out.
It really is
everybody.
deep. It is deep.
We've got really bright lights in here, so let's accentuate that a little more. May I have this blending mat, please?
Please do.
We're going to be using these over and over again, so we're going to have lots of white.
I don't want these to get mucky, so I'm just going to put them there.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in, we can start talking about these now. Yes. Yeah, we're really excited about these. So we have got two sets of watercolour inks. They're 15ml bottles, 5 in each. We've got two colour ranges. We've got brights and we've got urban as well. But do you know what? Both of them, definitely. Now you're going to get one of these free if you're buying the entire collection of either
set.
Floral. Yeah, a full box.
Whoa!
Yeah, not one bottle, a full £19.99 worth of inks. Make sure that sounded right. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it did.
It's worth £19.99. You're going to get a full set free if you're buying a full collection. So
£4 each. That's really good.
There's a lot in here, and it's really concentrated.
It is.
As well.
It is. Please remember that.
So yeah. So let's. Since we've sort of moved on, we'll do more with these at the end. Myself and Lou are just going to have a big play with these. But look at the sort of cards you could be making. Look how vivid they are. And these are using a couple of drops for each card, each project. In fact, actually, I think I did this one and then that was mopping up, or vice versa from the other one, you know, maybe adding another drop in. So you can mix and match these beautifully. You can use them to, I've just put my kitchen towel over the edge there. I'll need that in a moment. But you can mix them into your texture pastes, into your glitter pastes, into your crackle pastes, your gessos, all of these things you can mix in different colours, okay? So let's see how these work. These are all glass bottles. I'm going to use the brown. Okay, no reason. I don't need to use the brown, do I? I can show you the brown. Let's use another colour. Pick a colour, Lou.
Pink.
You want the hot pink?
What are you doing this now?
I'm just going to do some spraying. It's not going to be a finished card.
Right. I think then do the hot pink.
Hot pink.
Only a little bit though.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is show you the bottles. Look at that mica. Can you see that where it's been laying down? Isn't that beautiful? So give it a little bit of a shake there if you need to. Now what I've also got here, I'm trying not to get my head in the screen, are our water spritzers from CraftStash, part of the Essentials range. I've got about half a bottle here. Now you don't even need this much, okay? I've got half a bottle of water. I'm going to take the lid off. Make sure that's well and truly, I usually give it a roll, but well and truly mixed up. Now we have got the rubber dropper on the top. If I just squeeze everything out of there so I can show you. And we've got the glass pipette included in every bottle. Okay, so I'm going to add, let's just add 1 drop. Should we do 2? 2 drops into there.
They're all laughing at Marie Bland, one of my members in my group. She just said, I'm surprised I didn't choose blue, but I'm using blue.
I love blues as well. You're using the blue.
I love all these, but the blue's beautiful. I love them all. Don't matter to me.
No, so you can make your own inks. Look, what I've just added there, just 2 drops of pink, 2 drops out of 15 ml to make my own spritz. In fact, I'm going to go a little bit off course here. This isn't supposed to be an inky demonstration. I'm going to add 1 drop of blue just to see what happens to the colour. Just to mix and match them, why not? Think about your colour wheel and have a play.
Diana's just asked, she's missed at the sprays bottle. It's 2 drops, was it? 2 drops.
So far, I've now put 3 drops in. I've put 2 drops of pink, 1 of blue, but you can do as many as you like. It's going to depend on the amount of water. Can you see that, Lou?
Can I just interrupt here? I'm going to annoy you. I would do that and do a swatch of every colour and then write it.
Absolutely. How many drops of each?
Absolutely, because then because she's got that on top, but I think doing it that way is brilliant.
So let's start spraying. Look at the colour we've made. From 3 drops of ink in water, that is a pinky purple, isn't it? It's a lilac. Oh,
yeah.
Do you know what?
Do you know, and it dries differently. Dries a lot differently, so don't,
That is, so the reason I've shown you this is it wasn't actually to show you the inks, we're going to do that later, to show you how the ink is all sitting around the embossing. So the colour is sitting around the embossing.
It's absorbed by the writing, isn't it?
Absolutely, so you leave that to air dry, that colour has pooled, I suppose, around there. That is going to be absolutely beautiful when it's finished. That actually works really well. This isn't intentional, that works perfectly with, let me see if I can find it, the pink.
Oh
on those
gosh,
flowers.
look at that.
Doesn't that work well?
And green, look at the green with that. Oh,
that stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Everything works together beautifully. Now, I'm going to set that aside somewhere. I'm going to put it on the carpet.
Do you think sometimes, in your opinion, we try and force dry these and I personally don't think they have the same effect?
No, they don't. I will clean this off in a few moments while you're demonstrating. Now, one thing I wanted to show you as well very quickly, imagine it's all dry. This was the brown. Once the brown was put on here, the colours started to separate a little bit.
This is my favourite. Because you've also got some mushroom in there. Well, it's not mushroom, it's cauliflowers. And it means where it grades, not gradiates. It sort of granulates.
Yeah.
So it sort of like looks like cauliflowers.
Yeah. So
look at that.
I'm just putting, this is dry, completely dry ink, and I'm just putting some water on there, just flicking some plain water on there with my hand.
Hang on.
Shana, lovely Shana doing camera save. Would you mind picking up that piece of kitchen towel for us?
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
Is the white on the white bit there, was that already on?
They were the already
got you.
And it's
You're going to pull it off
starting
now.
to lift. Yeah, so I'm just showing you don't have to work with this while it's wet. Just try this because we'll get wet cards otherwise. So all I'm going to do is lift off that water. I'd like to leave that sitting for a couple of minutes, but we want to get on with other demonstrations, don't we? And hopefully
look at that.
It's lifted that ink off, so we've now got that water splattered. This is just 2 techniques, two or 3 techniques you can do with these inks. We're going to do.
And you've got all that ink.
Yeah. I used maybe 10 pumps of that, perhaps. That's all.
Wow. So you've got all those. You've got those colours, and then infinite I'm out.
You can just keep, we've got basically all the primary colours you need, so you can just keep mixing. We've got black and brown in there to add shades as well, different tones.
I'm going to get all arty-farty now. I'm going to tell you that you've got the wheel, which is two reds, 2 yellows, well, an orange and 2 blues, and that means that you can do hot and cold colours and everything.
Yes.
You can tell you're an artist.
Oh, thank you.
You can tell.
But either way, if you were to purchase the 2 colour selections, you're going to have colours for every collection you have at home.
Absolutely.
All your pattern papers and everything. So moving back to more the floral script, I'm just going to pop a card together for you using as many elements as possible. Now I wanted to show you how this beautiful paper, I say beautiful, I hand coloured it, so I'm quite, I'm definitely not modest about this. I'm proud of this, I'm happy with these, I love them. So I've watercoloured the flowers for you. I'm going to now die cut them out using the dies. I just need to find them in here somewhere. Everything else is already die cut. So,
just had a quick question.
Yes.
I know other people were asking. Emma, one of the people I know, says, are the inks water based? And I said, yeah, because they're a watercolour ink, aren't they?
Yes, they are water based. So I mean, you can use them for so many different. You can even use them for inking the edges of your papers and things like that. You can really have lots of fun with them. Create your own backgrounds really quickly and easily. So as you can see, we can add these. I've already got some tape on these. We can add these around each of our elements. We've got a little bit of a white border. One thing I did forget to...
I'm going to tell her that, Cheryl. Cheryl Thomas has said, you should be very proud of this, Lou.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl watches, I think, every Friday, so thank you so much for watching as well.
Vicky says Lou got your card from the other lines today. Thank you.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that nice to know? Because like we can't see you, but you know, we feel like we're all together.
Absolutely.
Someone else said about us being closer, but it's the widescreen makes us look. We're actually not that close.
We're not that close.
And that's what it looks like. So don't worry. We're all right. We'll keep it to law.
Absolutely.
These are beautiful.
Absolutely. So just position, is this the right one? I think this must be this one. So there's slightly different sizes with some of these. So you just need to lay over and choose each of your dies. I'm not going to do all of these. I don't need all of these die cut for this project, but I've already got tape on a lot of them.
But you could do the whole sheet.
Yeah. Oh,
and then keep them in a box, couldn't you, like I do? Because I don't like, I like to do the whole page.
Absolutely. I'll just add this one on. And
what are you using there?
This is a low tack tape.
Oh, right.
So there's loads on the market, isn't there?
I don't know, it's you're using washi as well.
Yeah, so there's washi, there's 3 different tapes on.
No, but that's really good because if you're at home and you haven't got one of them, you might have the other.
Exactly. So I've got a decorative washi there. I've got the Sizzix low tack tape that is made for holding your dies still, and then I've got like a stationary one as well. You get it from stationers. I don't know what, I can't even remember what the brand is there, but I just whatever I've used on the die, I usually keep it on the die if I can. And then it's there for next time.
Because that washer, you could, that spotty one, just rip that up, which is what I'm going to do with mine a little bit, is rip it up and have it as a really nice accent, like that flash of metallic.
Yeah, I love, because some washies, you know, just quite low tack, and you think, well, I don't know how much I could use this on my project. It's perfect for holding your dies still. Okay, so I'm going to bring the whole plate over just so I don't get any bits left in there. Everything's die cut.
Very easy, it's done that well, hasn't it? Good dies then.
Oh yeah, brilliant quality dies. Yeah. Again, made sure these are just the outlines for you, so you haven't got any detail to worry about cutting. I've got additional extras on that sheet, 4 extras that I could have cut if I wanted to, but I'm not going to worry with that today. I'll pop all of this in here. I'll have a good tidy up, clean up of all my dies and everything later. So as you can see, we've then got those floral images. You can now build these up, so you could create yourself, if you wanted to, a nice border that runs along your card, for example, like that.
Any shape.
Yeah, you could work these so that they are in a wreath again. So let's see.
Well, you could really go to town if you wanted to do decoupage with them, because I know there's a lot of fussy cutters around.
Oh, absolutely.
You could do your own, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. So you can work these, like I say, around in a circle shape if you wanted to, have a play with them, add in the additional extras as well. It's entirely up to you. This is the whole idea. It's build a cluster as such. Now, another die that I've taken is that, I think it's a septagon.
Beautiful
one, and it's the frame. So we've got here, I've cut the centre from the die, excluding the actual frame that came out of it. So I've got the centre there, and then using the same die, I've cut it twice from black cardstock. So that means I've then got 2 black frames. So one will perfectly fit my patterned paper. I'm going to put my patterns slightly to the side. In fact, I do need to check where the spine of my card is. As you do, always check that. So let's start gluing down before, rather than just positioning and then, oops, lots of glue there, taking it.
Can I answer a quick question from
You may.
Geraldine?
Yes, of course.
Geraldine's asked, what's the difference between watercolour paints and inks? And if I can just say, if you think of a solid form of this, that's the paint, watercolour paint, and it's got gum arabic in it, and this is added the water after. So if you think that you have to go through faffing, putting water and all that, you don't need to.
All mixed up for you, isn't it?
It's already all done.
Yeah, it takes away a lot of the time.
Exactly. And if you're not confident doing washes and making your own, it's difficult, whereas this is done.
I did have another glue pot there, it is.
So yeah, it's a really good question, that.
Can I give everyone a quick tip? I've got a glue dispenser here with a metal tip on it, but the metal tip doesn't have a lid as such.
Yeah.
The Tim Holtz little badge, the enamel pin badges.
Oh yeah.
What's in them? On the back of those, you have a little black rubber cap, and they fit perfectly over your metal tips, and that secures it so it never glues up.
Top tip, guys. Top tip. I've got so many people saying, Maureen that thinks it's wonderful. Naomi and Suzanne. I can see a few of my girls as well. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Debbie and Lynn and Amanda and Mandette. So thank you, ladies. It's lovely to see you. Look at this though.
Lovely. So just putting the black frame around the pattern paper, that's really going to make it stand out. So you could leave it like that, but I love the effect of having a second frame as well.
That just gives you such a beautiful illusion of having that layer, not a layer.
It's almost like a drop shadow, isn't it?
Exactly.
But
it's so fine. And I think that's important. It's very fine.
It is very fine. I wanted extremely fine. Now, this from Gold, from Mirror Card, is beautiful. Very, very on trend at the moment.
I think I would sort of make a page of colours from the inks and then choose a die cut one out of the page and then do one a plain colour of the ink, so that you could do.
Yes.
Like
I see what you mean. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm just hovering this and trying to add my glue without putting it down. It's very, very fine. And then I'm going to offset this, so I'm just going to spin it a little bit and pop the corners in the centres of the original one. I love that shape. I absolutely love that. So you've got the 2 options there. You could add more. You could add lots and lots of them and keep offsetting them if you wanted to as well. These corners are included in the set too, but actually, oh no, I glued that down. I didn't want to glue that down yet. I'm losing track of myself. I was going to add some of these florals in and under and around here. So let's pop that one down underneath before that dries. Then let's start adding some of these over the top as well. So really, this pattern paper is just like a base layer for your florals to make it look like there's even more depth there. So I just add a tiny bit of glue to the middle. I don't add loads and loads of glue, because that way you can start lifting up edges and leaves, and like this can just be left
float
as it is. Yeah, I'm not even going to use all of these florals. I think I'm going to tuck that one under, as that one was not quite glued down anyway. So I like to tuck the flowers under and over the top of the frame to give it that illusion of weaving in and out a little bit. Let's tuck that.
I think the structure of the frame, everybody's saying that now, they love that black frame, it's just so elegant.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I love that. I just adore the shape, and I thought with florals, because especially as it's black, it's very striking, and then with florals that softens it,
It does. It's not as heavy.
No.
It doesn't
and
look
then
as heavy.
the black I've brought in again, so I've got 2 of the corners that come from the same set. Let me just check the...
Do they fit into the corner of this? Have you tried it?
No, they don't quite, because they're not
right
angle corners. But you could cut them into the centres and things. So this is the of course it is the Builder Frame set. I had to get the right name for you. Don't forget, I've only sort of spoken about the offers a couple of times.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you're buying the entire collection of either Floral Script or Steampunk today over on craftstash.co.uk, you're going to be able to choose to have one of the full sets of inks for free, and they're worth $19.99. Or if your budget is stretching to a smaller amount, if you spend up to 20 or over £20, sorry, you can get the 2 of the blending mats for free. So that's the large and the small in a set. And they're the blending mats that I was using to spritz on, and I'll clean that up so you can use it as well if you need to.
Oh, I'm not worried, not worried.
Well, I think you'll definitely use them in a little while, won't you?
Yeah, I was just saying that they only have to comment, don't they?
Absolutely. All you have to do is comment to be able to win. We've got 3 winners as well today that we'll be announcing. So comment to win. We'll pick them at the end of the hour, whether you're on YouTube, Craft World, or of course Facebook. We'll be choosing 3 names and announcing them right at the end. I think this might overrun the hour today. It's not a problem. Hopefully you can all stay. Yeah, Shana on camera is like, she's nodding. Yeah, you're going to overrun. You're talking too much. But
I think that's because of me.
There I've used one of those label dies. They're the, I like to get the proper names for you in case you want to do a little search for them. Right at the beginning, they're the Fun Occasion stamp set. But I've actually stamped that once in the dark green, and then I've gone in with a thicker pigment ink, inked up the base of the stamp in a lighter green. If I bring that up, hopefully you can see, I've then re-stamped it using a stamping platform so it's in exactly the same place, and added the lighter shade over the top to give you like that ombre look through the stamping. I've picked a green that's sort of similar to some of the greens in the background here, and then a purple that matches the flowers, and the purple is cut from, the purple is just cardstock, but it's using the same colour that's in those paper flowers. And that's one of the words that come with the banners. So that's in there. So thank you. And thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
we're not finished yet, don't worry.
Loads of people with ideas, and it's just like inspiring them.
Yeah, brilliant.
Look at that. Look at that.
So that's your floral script collection. Are you ready to get messy?
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to do, Lou. I know you've got lots of different ideas.
Yeah.
Let me clean up some of my mess.
Well, I was like really impressed with quality, seriously. And when I got it, it was a bit difficult for me to think what am I going to do. So in my normal capacity, or no, that's not the right way. In my normal way I do it, I just die cut everything.
Yeah. So
that it's all there, and then that way I've got more to do.
Shall I take the phone from you?
Yes, please.
I'll give that a clean.
Thank you. And some of the things you see on there, they're from me, so if they look a bit weird, sorry. Right, the first thing I do is I have a little pot. You know when you buy those puddings, we all know, glass puddings, keep them pots. And I put all my stuff, my letters in one another, so that you've got little pots of them. So the first thing I do is make a mess I always cut out the letters. Now I've cut them out in blue. There you go, Emma.
There's her blue.
And then I've cut out these. Now I really can't tell you how much easier it is to get the things die cut, because while you're actually doing the die cutting, it's inspiring you. You get ideas. Oh, what's get back in? And I just automatically thought inks. Now I've got these, I pulled these out because the coppers and that are going to go. I thought what I'll show you is some of the ideas. So I've got that, I put that there. I've got loads of other stuff to pull out, and I've got some ideas that I did. Now the problem is, where did I put them, Lou? I was so busy watching you.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it's my brain. So the papers, I've got all the papers, and like we was looking at before, the papers are just stunning. So I was looking through and I thought this one is really nice for the typewriter. So I decided I was just going to put that on there because I just thought it's cracking. That one would be, but that one would be as well, because you get that essence of all the writing on it. So to start, I'm just checking all the bits and bobs because, like, oh, here they are. I loved these. Now, this is what I mean about losing stuff. I can't even get in my own bag here. Shocking. Right. Oh my word. Right, these are the first things I got out and I was like, yeah, loving that. So, look at that die cut. Look at that.
These panels are probably, I can't decide between these and the typewriters for this collection, which is my favourite.
That is stunning. Now, I did a couple, and I didn't know what Lou was going to do. I really didn't, because it's actually better that you don't know. Now, these are the bits here I wanted to show you that you could put as coral. I know it sounds a bit strange, but it looks really good. So that's the coral, if you wanted to, but there's the cogs one. and I wanted to show you what it looks like. It's actually the white bit in there is what's left. And you can leave that in and pull it out whenever you need. And there's your letters.
Yeah, so I've placed that back. That card behind you, Lou, I've placed the black version back into a red cut, if that makes sense. So paper piece. I want to do a rainbow one. Or I cut it from rainbow and place the keys back in.
Absolutely. That gives you really good. I love the size. It's not piddly. Right. Now the next thing is, I thought, I love that. So there's some bits on the words, and I did them out of, you know, all the bits. So I've cut everything out. It's important to show you that I cut it all out, but there's a page in here that really spoke to me. Let me get it. This one, because this reminds me so much of what I do. So this page, perfect. Now, I just got my favourite bit. It's there. Can you just see? That is on the edge there. So even tone on tone. You could put that on there if you wanted, or just slightly move it, and then what you get, you could just draw around. But that I was inspired by. So what I'm going to do, right, I hope you don't mind. I hope you bear with me. I'm going to use Lou's ink if I can, because I've got all my faffing stuff down there. So,
I'm just going to ask a quick question,
yeah, of course.
if that's okay. I was actually sitting here typing an answer. I thought, well, actually, I could say it. So I think it was Anne has asked, is there a code for the inks? So if you're talking about getting the free ink set with a bundle, if you put the collection or the bundle into your basket and go over to checkout, you should have a little option there to add those inks in for free. So hopefully that's what you were meaning, okay?
Right.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Lou.
Oh, no. It's really important that you do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the back, but I need to make sure I'm using mine. Can I just borrow this one, just for now, and then swap
Yeah, of
them
course,
over?
yes. They're all used anyway.
Now, I love this, but you don't have to use it as is. You can use it, I just want to show you for the background. You don't have to have it just in that shape. And I love this. I love the strength. I love the, yeah, and you can tell the really strong stamps. It's really important.
This is your set then.
All right.
Mine were no way that clean.
Well, it can't be mine because mine's used. I'll show you in a minute because I've used it. Right. So this is my page, okay, and I've got, I've put my stuff. Tried to tidy it and then here we go. I've put this block. It's a bit dirty, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to do a background, and I want to do a light background. I don't want anything too heavy. So I've got a stays on. Just put my stuff out. It stays on in grey, and I've got a collection of rusty browns and blues, just to give you an idea of what I'm using. So the first thing is I want this quite light. I don't want it heavy. I could use spray this out, and I could just ink with this what Lou made before if it was in a brown, but I don't want to take too much time. So I'm just going to, this is an old worn one, and just to show you, I do live most day, and on my lives I like to do different things, but I always give them a quick plan. So I wanted to show, you can see I've used them here just for backgrounds. But I want to show you that it's really good because you can sit there and you can plan them out and die cut in the areas and see what you can get. And I was thinking about a mosaic, and then I was like drawing textures. You could put like the clock there and then doodle around there. So once you get them, you will be, hopefully, you'll be inspired like that. Now this is from another collection, and I thought it'd look brilliant on that, so that's where they all come together. So just to show you, here's the page, I'll shut up. And then
no, carry on.
You can do 2 or 3 page, 2 or 1, sorry, not 3. And I'm just doing a random. I'm going to do 2 because, not necessarily because I want to, but because I want that edge and it's easier to do 2. So I'm just going to lightly second stamp where I've got that. Now that is stunning. That's
the
stunning.
numbers one? This
is the numbers one, yeah. And that's using the half, the circle one. Now if you want that and you want that down, this is brilliant. Look how soft this is to use. Don't mean soft as in weak.
Flexible.
Absolutely. I can use what I want.
There's loads of comments coming through.
Oh, I hope that I'm not letting you down, Lou, with this.
Of course not. No, absolutely.
This is stunning.
Val Young actually made a good point. So I think she's talking about the panels that you were showing a little while ago, saying you can use them as stencils too. Yes, you can.
Right. Hang on. Stay there. Don't move. Don't move.
Rummaging through. Ah, you've got an alphabet stencil.
So what I thought was, this is yours. I cut all the page out and I thought, oh my goodness me. So now what I'm going to do is very lightly, so great minds, look at the, you see how clean Lou was? Look at the state of mine. I'm at home.
You wait until a short while, myself and Lou are going to be playing with those each.
Get him.
The mess is going to be
it's brilliant.
Everywhere.
This is why, because sometimes I'll get everything out at home and I'm ready, but it'll still end up like this, and I'm like, oh, why did I bother doing that? Now, can I use one of those, or?
One of what? Of course you can.
Look at these.
Use all of them.
I want these. I've got to have them. Look at that.
I think they're getting very low in stock now, so if you like these, they're very, very quick. We've got the circle,
look at that.
Finger daubers, and triangle ones, perfect for getting in the corners.
Now, I'm only putting a light bit. Now, the colour I'm using is Faded Jeans, so it's one of the blues that match those beautiful inks, because what I don't want to do is make them fight. I just want, I love these. Now, my inks are really, really old. These inks are from when they first came out.
They last though, don't they?
I sometimes prefer them like this. I'm not putting a lot on, I don't want a lot on. I've not put enough on, actually. But that's okay, that's better than me putting too much on and then thinking, oh, why did I do that? Now, some of the letters with the middles, just be careful, as always, that you make sure that you sort of not, that's better.
I'm going to bend them.
Yeah, because the middles can, what's the word, move slightly, and that sort of distorts the letter, and you don't want to get dodgy words.
Benita has said she's so inspired now that her head is spinning.
Oh, I'm like that all the time, my head's like that all the time. Right, so I've got a bit of a background. What you can do now is add little bits. Now, I'm perplexed now. Right. Now, I'm going to do this, and it's against what I want. I'm going to do.
I'm not looking.
Right, now, I don't look. Look away.
I'm joking.
Right, you can rip, but I found that if you're careful with this, get my head out of the way. If you're careful with this and just do sort of really small cuts, now, you can rip it, but what happens when you rip is that you can distort your letter. So I just wanted to show you that there is, look, it does it automatically. Perfect. So I'm going to drop that in there. So I've got that. That's going to go there. And then I'm going to do another bit down here. So I'll quicken it up.
Quite a few people saying they should be getting back to work.
Stay here.
Don't tell their bosses.
I won't say out.
We won't say anything.
Nah.
We'll whisper if it's easier.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, we'll whisper. Can I borrow that, please?
You may.
Right. So I've got glue down there, but there's glue here. We're very particular as well. She's washed these. I don't do that normally. But
what?
You wipe these with a finger cloth, didn't you? So I can use them.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah, all my things here on the corner here I've just been wiping for you. So
yeah,
you can use anything here.
I don't do that at home because nobody but me doing it. Now I'm just putting little dots on because I don't want too much glue. Oh, not enough. Maybe a bit more than that.
Give it a squeeze.
I think so. I think I'm getting a bit. I think you don't want to overkill, but you want it to stick down. But I love this. I love that idea of having that little enamel back. So I'm just going to put two down here. I might just stick, do you know what? Just stick the edge with it like that. I think that'd probably be better. So what I've done is I've done the background. I've used the letters, the dies as a stencil. I've got the lovely panels that I've used, and I've just put them there as an edging. So I'll just move that up now like that. So you can see I can actually now, with all this, just rip this up, which really upsets me to do. But I've got, I've got
it's
all
only
this.
paper. You can die cut it over and over again.
I know I can, but it's like sacrilege. So what I'm going to do now is I die cut the letters, and it might seem a bit strange. I'm just going to put random letters. Now, I didn't do a D, but I'll pretend I did there.
Pretend you did a
D. I'm pretending now. And then I'll put a Q. So you could put letters, little quiet messages. You can do anything you want. Now, I always work. You see what I mean about coral?
Yes.
That is great for coral shapes, look.
I get it now, yeah.
On the bottom like that. Told you.
I never even saw that in there.
That's why I'm a weirdo. Right, so I'm going to put the W maybe over because if I want to move it there, that's very, very quick now because I wanted to do something clean, which is not me. And I
Nice,
do.
no, you stick to your own style.
Well, I do like this, but I wanted to do something. You see, I even think that works there, but I wanted to do something that was sort of clean, but just to show people that you can do a lot of different styles with this.
Yeah.
And that it sort of lends itself to any occasion. Journaling, cards, scrapbooking is perfect. And don't forget, use the elements that you can here to go, like Lou did before, in and out of the dies and the stencils, and use them so that I did the cue before and it was a bit higher. I think I'll have it there. That's it. And then use these as anchors and put them over, but make sure it's straight. And I've managed to get that line and that line pretty straight, so that's good. So I've got that. Just give it a minute to settle down. Now, if you've got anything like this, you can use a bit of this as well, which is, I know you're not going to believe me doing, and this is sticky ribbon, right? So it's, I think there's some on the website, but if not, all it is like paper ribbon. Oh, here we go.
A lot of people have probably got dies that will cut a similar
That's what
shape.
I mean, yeah. And I'm only doing this because I hope it's paper ribbon. Can I undo it?
Is it sticky? It should be sticky.
Yeah, it is. Oh, right, well, I'll put a bit of glue on. What you can do is if I can use it, your mat,
Yes.
what I would do is, it's perfect for this, so I'll put it, show you there. If you put, and this is the perfect perfect nozzle for it, and then all I'm going to do, just move that up, is just put some glue on.
Dab it.
Yeah, and I'm not over gluing it, and it works great on the mat, and you can sort of wiggle it around on the mat, which is even better. And then what I'm going to do, and it peels off, it dries off, it's great. I don't want it like this, so I want bits of the ribbon, because I wanted it to look like the typewriter ribbon, but it wouldn't actually look like that, but you could colour it. So I'm just going to add little bits here that I'm going to colour, a bit more glue. In fact, sometimes if you put a bit of glue where it goes. And you know what I found in the cupboard the other day, which was quite strange? It was glue on a roll with dots.
Oh yes, I remember that.
And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. And when I got it out, it sort of unravelled a bit and stuck everything to it. But it looked all right. It looked all right. So again, 2 pieces of lace, which doesn't look like, why would you put lace on? But it's a really good way of sort of adding texture. And then I'm going to put in just a tiny bit of these, because I like these in the background just to give it an edge. So I'm just going to glue these down, but not a lot, because I want it to be quite simple. So just put that there. I'm going to add some, just take that off. I'm going to add some paint to this in a minute and some ink just to show you, because I need to get all the sort of main bits down so that I can move on. Right, now you can choose a word if you want, whatever word you want. Right, I've chosen to not use that, but you can use it. So I'm just going to put in.
It tucks between.
It does.
The typewriter element, so it looks as if it's actually coming out of the typewriter.
And you can put your own in, which is great. You can put anything you want on this. You can die cut words into it. You can put, the other thing was, stamping on it. You can do your own writing, your beautiful letter writing, and you can do all sorts. So, it's your choices with this. It's really it really is lovely. And I quite liked this, because it's blue on blue. I thought you've got a really nice feel to it, but you don't have to. But it's, what's the word?
Texture, dimension.
Yeah, it gives it that dimension, yeah. So, and I'm just going to put the word just. And it is just my type. I love that set. I think that's great.
Just my type, yeah.
Just
a bit
going
of
to
a
put
pun
that.
there.
It's great. Now, you could put, wherever you want, a little bit of lace just to finish it. I mean, no, I don't like that. It looks rubbish. So, it's true, I do that. Anyway, so I've got the bare bones. It won't take me long now. So I've got this sort of brown and sort of metallic-y look going in it. So what I did, I got some ink. So just get, don't want to sort of choose a colour, so all I'm going to do is just put a little bit on the keys on the, so I've got a mixture that blends. Now you could do this with waxes or anything you've got. And you know what I like? You can move the letters because they were a bit wobbly. So I'm just bringing some texture in using the edge of this now, just to show you it. It's a Tasukan Eco and pigment, but you could use your waxes or anything. I'm going to show you a bit of everything so that you're not, you know, at home you're thinking, oh, I haven't got that. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Oh, before I forget, let me show you. Let me show you what this looks like. You can paint and everything on this, but if you do it on a page, you can get a nice.
So you can do it on the blending mats, can't you?
Absolutely. So you've got that as well.
Lovely.
If you just want a little piece of that, that'll always sort of coordinate now because of the metallic feel. So it won't. I don't particularly like it there, but maybe there. So add lots of detail, as in that, add them together. And this is a journal page. And what I would probably do is to coordinate all this together and to sort of get it what I call singing and working together, is I would do it over 2 pages and write on here. And I'm just going to get a look. Can I borrow this water, please?
You may.
And I'm going to get great brushes. And if you've seen, I've put some links on for people if they want to know. If you go to the pages and stuff, you'll see mine. Now this urban set is amazing, but you don't think like Lou did before. Don't think of the colours as is. Think of them as these are the base for hundreds of more. Now my little tip is get one of them little sticky doodads, either put it on the bottom so it doesn't move, because if you put it on here it sometimes can type, but if you put it on bottom it's not in the way. Now these colours are amazing. The only problem is they all look the same, but they're not, because look at that. That's made for me. Look at the split on that. Oh, I'm mixing them together. Look at blues. So I didn't plan. I really didn't plan to do those
we like
colours.
it when Lou doesn't plan.
I never plan. Like I plan, but I don't plan. I plan ideas, but I don't actually end up doing them. I end up doing something totally different, as you can see. So I'm going back to my blending mat, because I want to do the two. I want to blend and I want to paint with it. So I'm going to show you both ways. So just move that up, move that. Right, I've got a little bit of the blue. Oh my goodness me. Right, I've not used these. Seriously, I had them, but I thought I was going to do them live.
Yeah, this is a live live reaction to using them.
That's, oh my goodness me.
It's very, very concentrated.
Right, I can tell the viscosity of it is, I want to say it's a little bit thicker than some of the inks I've got.
Yes.
Some of the other brands.
Yes.
And I'm going to try it.
I think that's what I said to you, wasn't it, when I messaged you about it? I said, think on the brands, but thicker.
Right, they are. Right. I want to clean up. Oh, you need them up.
You clean your brush on your top.
Yeah, don't say that. No. Right, look at this. So I've got this. I didn't use the blue. So that's why it's a good idea to have a little. So I'm just making a wash now. So I can't remember your name. I'm really sorry. But this is why these are different to paints. Because although you can use them straight out, this is already done for you. I can now just add. Oh, this is gorgeous. As much or as little as I want. So I keep just adding water to it. So I'm ending up with a wash. And then the colours I've got underneath with the, what's it called, the inks, they will bleed as well. So I'm just going to add this. It works with the inks I've already got. I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to that. Look at that, and I've hardly used it. I would get the gel plate on that.
Yes, definitely.
I would.
If you've got a gel plate at home.
Oh yeah, because you could just put your stamps on.
Give it a quick brayer and then sludge.
You wouldn't look, because I wouldn't want to waste these. Oh, look at that lush. Oh, right, let's see what it looks like. Right, I'm in love. Look at that. Look at the wash.
I'm in love with these inks, and I know they're mine, and we tested different inks and things like that.
Nah, you're right. Honestly,
I'm so pleased with them once they came through.
They're very, very strong pigmented. They're very good. They're easy to use. They're easy to actually handle, and they're easy to use as in this. So all I'm doing here now is I'm just dropping a little bit of water on, and this technique's called wet into wet. And all I'm doing is just adding it so that the texture's there, but it's not overpowering the whole page. I'm also trying to get rid of that line there, and it's annoying me that. So yeah, and then you can do that with a paper towel. So I've just nicked the one I had at the beginning, and then just, you see, I can take it off, and if you want to, you might want to use that. So you can see the blue and the brown together and not making an horrible colour. And the way they split, it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is just mix the blue and the brown together, and I'm just going to run over
into those keys
there.
Yeah,
I'm just going to put into the keys, and it's great paper for this, because this isn't going to warp.
No.
So I've wiggled them in, and I've wiped them off the top. So what you can see now is that they've gone into there. So if you get a little white pen, they'd be perfect. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour, mixing the two together here, and then I will just choose here which side I wanted to, more colour on. I want blue more on this or that, but it balances really well. And then what you can do is get, what else did I, right, you can get these on it. I brought a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that. Right, you could also put some
gilding flakes?
Yeah, that's the one. Gilding flakes and some waxes. So I just thought I'd put a little bit of wax on just for texture, and I'm just going to put it because it's an iridescent, it's not going to be so obvious. Now,
no.
It's just picking up the texture of the card I've used. It's picking up if I do it on here, like the metallic feel of that, and the water on there. So I'll just pick it up there. And I like this if you do this, because it's automatically now giving it some idea of
do you know what, I've been sitting here watching you, and I've been mesmerised, and I've been not ignoring the comments, but I've not been reading the comments out as they've been coming in. So I apologise everyone, I've been watching them come through, but I've not been actually reading them out. I wouldn't even know where to go back to, because there's been so many.
Right.
Everyone loves your enthusiasm. I love that effect.
I do. Oh, and you can use, this is really good for it. I've got one at home, it's not this good. Now I'm going to turn that page, I'm going to put another page there.
Do you want to dry it?
No, right, I'll put it on there, and I'm just going to do that there. I like to just let it go. Right, and then just press that. Now I would get a pen, a black pen, a white pen, any pen that you want, and I'd do some writing on there just to make it my own. And here, I think, yeah, perfect. I'll wipe that in a minute. Now if I just did this, I did that, I'm going to put that there just so that it doesn't feed over. But that, mop up now, I could just add that to it, a little bit.
And this is just black and brown, isn't it? A little bit of blue.
That's all it is. You could use some of the other bits you've got. I'm trying to look at that. Here we go. You could use these on it, and just a little bit of this, and this would be a start for my next page, just to show you that whilst I'm here and I'm going for it, and just get your pad back, and then just put some glue on there. And
I've got a larger glue if you need it.
I'm alright. I only need a little bit. I'm just going to put some on the back, and then.
I really love the idea of not just mopping up and getting rid of the extra ink, but using it.
Oh yeah, well sometimes they work the best. They really do work the best. And all I'm doing is just using what's left to colour. Now if you've got a glue, I tell you what I haven't shown you guys. Right, quick. Right, you've got your ink. Let me show you. Oh, I forgot. Right, get your ink. Let me show you this. You don't need a lot, please don't use a lot, because I'm not kidding you, it really isn't. Now if you put PVA with it, I've now got glaze, right?
Do you need more?
No, that's fine, that's fine. So mixing that together now, it goes a different colour only because of the white.
Yeah, it lightens it a bit.
But if you now have got a glaze, so I can now put that on there.
And that'll stay shiny as it dries?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
So, and I'm going to stop, but that I can add to textures here, so that'll stay shiny.
Gorgeous.
And then
I love that idea.
that side.
Because the glue's water-based also, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a different texture, it's a different sort of finish to it. I'm going to stop now. But you can see adding the water, I love it, I really do love it. And I've got a beautiful page with a mop up. There's one mop up. There's my page that I'm going to write just, and then I put some words on it, and that's ready for me next. So I better stop and clean up now.
I love that. I absolutely do that. I'm going to very, very quickly. I know we've gone well over the hour.
Oh, it's me. I go on forever.
No, it's fine. We've gone about half an hour over, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm saying it doesn't matter today. So all I'm going to do is very quickly show you how you can mix those inks into your texture pastes as well.
Let me move on this.
And then that's fine. We'll probably spend the next hour cleaning up. And then after that, I think we must have names to announce.
Oh yeah, winners.
Yes, I don't know if they've been sent through yet, so hopefully they'll. I think whoever's, I don't know. Shana, are you choosing names? Was Maria choosing names today? Maria's choosing names, so I'm sure she's probably watching. I'll wait for you to. So there are 2 offers on today. While Lou's tidying up, I'll tell you about that from the side. Shall I pass you the phone? I've given it a wipe, but it's still there if you want it for your hand.
Thank you.
So there are 2 offers on today. We've got the new textures collections, we've got the floral script, and we've got the steampunk. So with either of them, if you're buying the entire collection, you will get yourself one of the sets of inks, the entire 5 bottle sets for free. They're $19.99 on their own usually. Okay, they're the 2 options for you, urban and bright. Now, if your budget isn't stretching to an entire collection, we completely understand. So we're also giving you, if you're going to spend £20 or more, you can get the ink blending mats that Lou's been using lots, and I was using at the beginning, I'm going to use again in a moment. You can get a set of those for free instead. So it's well worth checking out all the different offers and things on there. Are you okay if I just step in and
please, can I clean that for you?
Oh yeah, give that a while. Oh no, I've got a clean one here, that's fine. I cleaned that whilst you were...
But if you leave that, you can get a skin and peel it off.
Ah, yes, love that. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to use some inks. I'll come over to the brights.
Right, hang on. Can you move that back for me?
Move that. Oh, I see what you mean.
It's come off. It's come off. I don't know. It's a posh phone. Mine's a brick. Right, thank you very much.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some texture paste. Now this is an Andy Skinner one from Cosmic Shimmer. Hopefully we've got this on the website. But I just want to show you how you can take any of your pastes that you have. I'm just going to put it onto, so I've got one of the blending mats down here. Can you see I wiped that whilst Lou was demonstrating? It's come up perfectly clean. Use it over and over and over again. It's just going to protect your work surface. Now I'm going to take, let me take first of all a hot pink. A really hot pink. The hot pink we were talking about. Do I want pink or do I want pink?
See, this is the problem.
I know.
Colours, because they're so beautiful.
Let's add 1 drop.
Was that it? 1 drop.
1 drop for now. We'll see how that comes out.
I nearly started singing then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Look at the colour. Look how bright that is already with 1 drop.
That shows really good pigmentation.
Now I quite like to leave it marbled.
I do.
Of course, it's on a. I just realised we're on a pink mat here. People can't really see what I'm doing. There we go. Maybe a little bit brighter for you. So there you go. There's a lovely baby pink with 1 drop of pink. Now I could add another drop. Obviously, make that a lot brighter. Let's add in a drop of blue. Because in my mind, pink and blue surely will make a purple colour. You'd think, wouldn't you? You've got 15 millilitres inside every bottle and a dropper with every bottle as well. So 1 little drop.
Can I just add a quick question? Do you get a free ink if you buy 1 collection, or is it when you get 2?
No, just the 1 collection.
Right, there we go.
You only need to buy 1 collection and you will get...
Brilliant. It's just to clarify. Yeah. Some people thought you had to buy both.
Oh no, not at all. You choose one of the complete collections. That's all.
Look at that colour.
Look at that purple. So that's 1 drop of pink and 1 drop of blue. Now that's a colour we don't have in the inks individually, so you can be mixing your own. You can then use that. So where is here it is. Here it is. So I cut this stencil from the Floral Script scroll die. This is the pattern that came in the middle, and I've inked through it. Now, have I got a spare piece of paper or cards? I've got loads under here. I don't know why I'm asking.
There we go.
Show this.
Look at
There
that
we go.
side. It
So-
looks dead tidy there. I'm just trying to keep
Oh,
it.
that side, yeah. We'll ignore that side. So you can see I've used this already. I've let it dry on the stencil because I really like that.
That'll make it stronger as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can keep reusing this over and over again. You can just...
I hope some of you have been having a look at Lou's drawing skills. Oh my word.
Oh, yes. I've taken
Oh
some
my
drawing.
word. Go and just please have a look. She's so talented.
Thank you.
And it's very interesting to see your other talents because you are a proper artist.
Proper jack of all crafts.
No, you're an artist as well. Yeah. Look
There
at
we
that.
go. Look. So that's one way you can create coloured texture, and of course they're watercolouring, so you can be painting and all sorts of. I'm just going to very quickly add on the lid to that water before we spill it everywhere, because you know what we're like. There's a couple of other texture paste colours I mixed up using other ones. So this was 1 drop of the purple into some paste, and then after making this, I then added 1 drop of the red into that, and then that created this beautiful. I call this my red wine colour. I really like that. So you can see how the two sets of watercolour inks work really well together. You're going to be able to mix and match them perfectly. So I'd definitely say if your budget can stretch, to go for both sets. Can I just see if we've got some winners to announce, please? Thank you ever so much. Hopefully they are all there for me. I'm not quite sure how they've been sent. So
We've got that many bits of paper with cleaning stuff on. I'm getting a bit floaty with it all.
I can't see the winners. I can't see how they've been sent. I don't know if anyone...
It looks, I'm looking at the camera, it looks like I'm really near, but I'm actually over when you get them lines
No,
in.
no.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Should we do one more water while these
Oh,
come
yeah.
through? Because I think,
Yeah,
they've not come through yet, so they're now, I can see she's typing, so we're now getting the names. Shall we have a play with the watercolours very, very
I would
quickly?
love to.
I have got under here, I've got some that I've already played. Oh no, I've got them. Saved by the bell. They've come
Saved.
through. Okay,
Yay.
very quickly. Can we do a drum roll? Without, is there a space to do a drum roll?
I'm doing one here, go on.
Val Young is our
Hey.
first winner. Congratulations, Val. We have...
Well done.
Another drum roll, come on. 3 please. Kim Bevan, congratulations to you. You're going to
Hey,
select
Kim.
your products. Is that someone you know?
Yes!
Yes. And lastly,
Go on.
we have Susan Cox, sorry.
Oh, another one.
Congratulations to you as well. Congratulations all 3. Please send us your postal addresses through the CraftStash page, and we will be able to get those prizes out to you. That's a selection of the new textures goodies. Now don't forget, of
Love
course,
them.
as always, to go over to Craft World now, because there is a big competition, competition. You just need to comment to enter usually, so go and have that to win a huge selection of products. So please go to craftworld.com to find out more about that. But thank you for joining myself and Lou for
Loved it.
launching both collections.
You won't be unhappy. This is superb.
True messy fashion, as we always knew we would. So thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week for lots more lives, lots more going on, deals and offers on CraftStash as well. Have a lovely crafty weekend, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.